Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining with me today. Happy Monday. No? Happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing good. Today is May 22. No? We are actually on our last week of May. And next week, we will be uh, welcoming the new month, no, the new month, the middle of the year month, no, which is June. No? And I hope na by June, everyone will be given a fresh start. Okay, so in our last week of the month, I hope everyone will be able to catch up with all of those mga backlogs na meron po tayo. And if you have some closable na sa tingin nyo po malapit na po talagang ma-close, try to make a follow-up, no? Follow up and follow through. Provide all the needed information na kailangan po ng mga buyers po natin para they will be able to come up with a a decision so that by then, before the month end, makapag-decide na po sila na nakukuha po sila ng property po. Okay? So just a quick announcement before we dive into our topic today. Um, this coming Friday, we will be having our ano, actually Wednesday, that's 24. We will have our business forum. It would be in Bugo, and it will be held in McDonald's Bugo City. And if you have friends in the area, uh, paki-invite them, no, para ma-share po natin ang good news po na dala po ng DPPI. Then on Friday, we will also have our business forum in Dumaguete City. It will be held in Bethel Hotel. No, it will be in the afternoon at 1 p.m. So catch us up there. Baka meron po kayong kakilala within the area para ito po yung ma-invite po ninyo at ma-share po natin yung good news ng DPPI. And on Saturday, our big event, no, in Cebu, it will be held in Castle Peak Hotel. It would be a business forum. It will start at 1 o'clock. And this time, we will be joined by John Dorf Venture Corporation. So they will be joining with us. They have some good news to all of us. And I hope everyone will be there in Castle Peak Hotel to join with us on that day. Okay? So mark your calendar. May 27, that is Saturday, Castle Peak Hotel. Kung nandito lang po tayo sa Cebu, then you can join with us. And if ever you are also in the northern part of Cebu, in McDonald's, join us also. There's a business forum also, and in Dumaguete as well, no, in Bethel Hotel. Okay, so today we will be talking about system, no? Alam niyo po napaka-importante po ang sistema. Habang lumalaki po ang organization natin, nakikita po natin the need to have a system. Kasi kung wala po tayong clear path in order to climb into the ladder of success, sadya hong mahihirapan po ang bawat isa na ma-duplicate po ang mga ginagawa po natin. So kailangan po talagang magkaroon ng mga pattern. Okay? By the way, magkakape lang ako, no? Kasi ganitong oras, medyo antukin talaga tayo. So, sip a cup of coffee, no? Haba po kayong nanonood po kayo diyan with our learning session, feel free, no? Magtimpla po kayo ng kape. Sabayan niyo po ako, no? Ako, I love black coffee. Ayan, no? A sip of black coffee. Okay, so habang lumalaki po, bawat isa po sa inyo, in fact, nakikita ko po ngayon, ang dami na pong mga napopromote talaga. And because of this, there is a growing need na kailangan po talaga nating mag-establish ng sistema. Or else, mahihirapan po tayo to be able to duplicate it down the line. So, ang challenge kasi, wala namang problema po sa pag-akyat mula po sa pagiging property liaison specialist, papunta po sa pagiging sales supervisor, napakadali po niyan. Now, ang magkakaroon po tayo ng challenge is actually the moment we will be climbing from, ito na po from being a sales supervisor sa patungo ho papuntang manager. Yan po, kailangan po talaga diyan, kailangan po tayong may masugid po tayo na sistema para ito po ay mas magiging madali po sa atin lahat. Okay, so yan ang pag-uusapan po natin. Pero hindi po lahat sa atin ay kumbinsido sa pagkakaroon po ng sistema. Kaya po kailangan po talaga nating ipaliwanag kung ano ba ang meron or ano ba ang benefit kung meron po tayong sistema. Kasi not until we are able to understand the reason why we are going to do it, on why are we going to have it, ay medyo hindi po natin ito gagawin, no? So, ito po, no? Pag-uusapan po natin. So, driven by system. How on what would you do if you knew exactly how are you going to win in this game? Okay. Now, the ultimate goal ng pagiging isang DPPI business partner ay for you to become a business builder. Yan po talaga ang pinaka-ultimate objective natin dito, no? We in the administration, we in the admin office, ito po yung kumbaga ito yung pinaka-agenda. Now we want that as much as possible all of you will be able to be kumbaga will be able to transform yourself from just becoming not just becoming an agent but also becoming a business builder. So yun po yung kumbaga yun po yung pinakahabol talaga natin, that you will eventually be developed in becoming a business builder. In short, when you become a builder, you are not just there to sell, but you are also there to build. Now, how are we going to do it sa sinasabi po nating building, no? Pagbi-build ng isang organization. So ang ginagawa po natin ay we come up with a referral network builder program. Kaya nga if you notice it, diyan po sa dashboard po natin, yung link na ginagamit po natin para makapag-register ng mga tao na in-invite nyo po sa business ay tinawag po natin na referral link. Ibig sabihin, ikaw ang person na nag-refer ng tao na to para mag-join sa atin dito sa negosyo. Okay. Now, all you need is a workable, predictable system. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang tayo gumagawa ng sistema at para magkaroon ng sistema, the point here is that we are going to make it sure that our system is working. And of course, along with it, napipredict po natin ang possible outcome ng sistema. Ito po ang basis ng principle na ginagamit po ni Ray Kroc, yung founder po ng McDonald's. Kasi kung nakikita niyo po, yung McDonald's is present all over the world. Malamang meron talagang sistema yan. Or else, McDonald's will never be able to come up with a unified execution of the business kung wala po silang sistema. The moment we have a workable and a predictable system, this is what actually going to happen. In the first few running of the business, ikaw po yung nagpapatakbo ng sistema. No, you run the system. Then eventually, pag ito po ay tumatakbo na eventually, the system will run your business. So, sa umpisa ho, medyo mahirap. Sa umpisa ho, medyo kailangan mo talagang magbanat ng buto. But eventually, pag ito po ay tumatakbo na, ang sistema na mismo ang magpapatakbo po sa businesses po natin. Yun po yung kagandahan po nito. Kung wala po tayong sistema, we will end up being a hunter rather than being a farmer. Ano po ba yung kaibahan sa isang hunter at saka sa isang farmer? Ang hunter ho, pag yan ay titira po ng isang hayop, no? Ang hunting, immediate yun eh. Pag pag pull ng trigger, no? Pag babarilin mo yung hinahunt mo diyan, pag natamaan yan, syempre patay eh. Pag natamaan mo yan, kukunin mo, lulutuin mo, kakainin mo. Ang farmer kasi ay iba. Alam ng farmer na I need to plant something and in the expected time, meron akong aanihin. Kaya kung nakikita niyo po, yung mga farmers, alam po nila yung cycle. Alam po nila kung kailan po sila magtatanim at alam din po nila kung kailan sila magha-harvest. And that is exactly what will happen to our business if we are going to run it via a system. Alam natin na itong tinatanim natin, every time na magre-recruit po tayo ng tao, yan po ay pagtatanim. Okay, ha? Para makita po ninyo yung analogy. Every time po na nagre-recruit po tayo ng tao, ito po ay pagtatanim. At alam po natin na itong itinatanim po natin, in a matter of months, as long as sinusunod lang po yung sistema, eventually, aani po tayo ng resulta po dyan. Okay? So, hindi lang po tayo survival mode. No? Kasi ang hunter kasi survival mode eh. May nakita ka na hayop, binaril mo, patay, linuto mo, kinain mo. Survival yan. Kinabukasan, maghahanap ka naman ulit. Okay? But itong farmer iba. Alam niya na every single day, after mabuon po niya ang cycle ng pagtatanim, alam niya na may pagkain talaga siya. So, anong difference? Sustainability. Okay? So, it is possible to build a big organization by using a duplicatable system. So, posible po guys. Kaya kayo po dyan, na matagal na po nating kasama natin dito sa business. Many times so ay ini-encourage namin po kayo lahat na mag-build ng network, mag-recruit. Ang reason po nito because nakikita po natin kung ano po yung magiging benefit if you are going to build a business rather than just simply I'm not saying selling is bad because selling is always part of our business. Kumbaga kung wala namang bentahan, wala pa tayong negosyo. But we need to add something to what is the usual na ginagawa po natin. Ang usual po kasi natin ginagawa ay ito pong pagbebenta. And we're going to put an addition to what we are normally doing so that we will have a sustainable income. Kasi kung dito lang po tayo sa tinatawag po natin na uh, selling, remember our performance is as good as our previous sale. After that, you've got to start all over again. Maghahanap ka naman ng mabebentahan. Okay? So we've got to define. No, we've got to define and we've got to know at the same time. So once we have a duplicatable system, it will become easy for us to be able to build a huge organization. If you have the dreams, kung ikaw po ay meron po kayong pangarap, we will provide you with the vehicle. Now, on the vehicle that we are going to provide for you is DPPI. This is the vehicle that you and I will going to ride. No, I will be your driver here. Your consultants will be your driver here. Your managers will be your driver here. Your supervisors will be your driver here. Everyone in the bus will be given the chance to be able to drive their own bus. Now, the business builder, this is the solution for building a big business. If you notice it, kung observant po kayo, we invested, no? We invested so much in any recruitment activity from north to south of Cebu, from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Why? Because we believe that the moment we are able to build a bigger, stronger organization, it will provide us with a much sustainable income. That's what we believe. That's why we encourage you, and that's why we always promote na keep on building, keep on inviting. Yes, that's true. There are people na in-invite natin dito ay hindi po mag-active, but there are also people that are intended for this business that eventually magiging active din po. So, if we stop recruiting, then hindi po natin mahanap yung mga tao na magiging potential partner po natin sa business. Marami po kasi sa atin, we started recruiting, then eventually we get no for an answer. Eventually, huminto na tayo. Hindi na po tayo nagre-recruit because we think na we will never be able to get the right person. But if you stop recruiting, then definitely you are not going to find the right person. Ganun lang po yung kasimple ang principle po doon. Okay? Now, when we enter into the system, no? Kung meron po tayong sistema, tapos papasok po tayo ng sistema, it is very important kasi itong sistema para itong PIN number eh, no? Para ito yung PIN number na magbubukas sa pintuan patungo po sa success. When you and I first attended a seminar here in the PPI, at first pero para pong para pong magulo. In fact, right after the seminar, hindi mo maintindihan or even in fact, hindi mo malaman talaga kung ano yung magiging first step mo dito. Everyone will really be asking question right at the back of their mind. But my point here is that we all have gone through that stage. Lahat po tayo ay dumaan po doon sa system, sa stage po na yon. And that is exactly the reason why we come up with this one so that it will help each and every one of us make a brand new start. When we find something and when you find something that you believe in and you're going to put your life to fight for it, then eventually you will get it. Ganun lang po yung simple. The door that we provide, the pin that you're going to push will be driven, no? But by that something that you have believed in. By the way, guys, if you are listening with me right now, I would really like to ask help from you. If you could share our live training today sa mga group chats po natin para po masabayan po tayo ng mga kasama po natin dito sa DPPI. Sayang ho, napakaganda po ang topic natin. Okay? Now, the entrepreneur who starts a new business knows what he or she is getting into. Alam po niya yan. And most likely, he is prepared for the challenges. Ito yung pinaka-point why we wanted your recruit, your invite, na dapat talaga mag-attend po ng mga tinatawag po natin na mga accreditation seminar or recruitment seminar. Ngayon tinatawag na natin na business forum because we want them to understand kung ano po yung pinasok po nila. Kasi napakahirap ho mag-make ng isang desisyon, napakahirap po magiging prepared sa mga challenges na haharapin kung hindi mo alam kung ano ang meron dyan sa loob. And that is exactly the reason why we have a lot of recruitment seminar, accreditation seminar, or business forum na ginagawa because that is actually the primary, no? The primary activity or the primary step bago po sila makapag-decide at bago po sila ma-ready sa papasukin po nila na negosyo. Okay. Now, number one, take note of this one. You must give yourself enough time. Wala hong mangyayari po sa atin dito na instant. Wala pong success na overnight po siyang mangyayari. It will take years before you actually going to experience it, to witness it, or even see it right at your very own eyes. Always remember, the basic training na kailangan po ng bawat isa sa atin, that takes months to master. In fact, we have so many sales and marketing workshop, we have FB ads workshop, iba-iba na lang po yung nagiging pangalan po niyan, but the bottom line for that is a basic training. Now, we all need the basic training because we need to master whatever that is basic. When we master the basic, remember this, everything else becomes easy, simple, and doable. That's why we always go back to the basic. Now, aside from that, always remember, it takes 2 to 3 years to build a very good team. So, hindi pala madali, no? Siguro, na-shock kayo ngayon, no? Na sinabi natin dito na it takes 2 to 3 years before before you will be able to build a good team. Well, that is exactly why. Because everything takes time to develop. Bawat isa po sa na-recruit po ninyo dito sa negosyo ay may kanya-kanya pong tinatawag po natin na mga learning curve. hindi po lahat pareho kabilis matuto. That's the reason why it takes 2 to 3 years before you're going to build your team. And this is much more uh, challenging. It takes at least 5 years to be able to build a solid foundation. When you are going to build a building, what is the important aspect of constructing a building ba? Abel, what is the most important aspect when you construct a building? Well, you can actually build the building anytime you want, but if you want the building to be strong and that will stand the test of time, just in case magkakaroon ng bagyo or lindol, you've got to have a solid foundation. Di ba? Ang building ho, pag meron po siyang solid na foundation, kahit gaano po kalakas yung lindol, ay kaya po niyang naka-remain na tumatayo. Kasi tamang foundation. Pero kung ang isang building or isang bahay ay walang sapat na foundation, pag magkaroon po ng unos, bagyo, ay nako, sira yan. So if this is the entire picture sa ginagawa po natin, ito lang po yung masasabi ko. Give yourself at least 5 years in this business for you to be able to see result. I'm not saying that you are not going to make money within the next 5 years, but what I am telling you is that within these 5 years, when you are going to build it consistently and seriously, after that 5 years, all the coming years, you will reap what you have sown into the business. So yung 5 years lang po, kailangan po talaga nating, ano yan. Number two, you remember this, that you are in business for yourself and not by yourself. The foundation of all good system is its supporting architecture. Ano po ba yung supporting architecture? Meron na tayong sistema na kini-create po natin, and which later I will show you. But the supporting architecture is, yun po yung pinaka-importante. Ang ibig sabihin po, what are the structure na nilagay po natin para etong sistema na meron tayo ay mai-execute talaga natin. Kumbaga, ito po yung magiging highway po natin, ito po yung magiging road network po natin, ito po yung magiging subdivision plan po natin, because these are the things that will help you build your business. And great systems comes with a good instruction. Instruction, planning, guidance, and continuous support. Itong apat na po na to, very important po na to. When we have a system, it is important for us na ito po ay naku-communicate po natin. Hindi po sapat na merong sistema. Ang kailangan po natin ay ito po ay i-communicate po natin every single person down the line. That's the reason why we're doing this live right now, so that after hearing this one, you can review the video and you can do it yourself and tell the system to your downline. Kumbaga, kung ano po yung natutunan po ninyo dito, ano po yung napakinggan nyo po dito, ito po ay isi-share po ninyo down the line. Of course, magpaplano ka. Hindi, wala pong taong gumagawa po ng isang building na wala pong plano. Kailangan po talaga merong plano. Of course, when we plan, there will always be people that will guide us. Kaya nga kumukuha tayo ng mga engineers, architect, at iba-iba pang that will give us the advice kung paano po tayo magpatayo ng building. Same thing po dito sa business. Kailangan po natin yung mga tinatawag po natin ng mga uplines, tinatawag po natin ng mga leaders, tinatawag po natin ng mga mentors, because these are the people not just there to guide us but also to support us. Kasi diyan po magagaling yung tinatawag natin na continuous support. So in short, when we are able to communicate our system very well, yung mga plano natin, ay nako, madali pong ma-share po yan at ma-execute. Now, these are the people that will form our architecture. Meron po tayong mga field trainers, mga leadership mentors, Gumagawa po tayo ng mga mastermind sessions, mga jumpstart learning session. How are we going to jumpstart the people na kapapasok lang sa mga negosyo po natin? May ginagawa po tayo ng mga business meetings outside. No, ang dami po nating mga business meetings na ginagawa. What are these for? These are actually avenues in order for you to be able to build your business. Then at the same time, we have programs that will build your team. Kaya nagkakaroon po nga tayo ng team building. In fact, last summit, the theme for our summit is actually all about team. No? Kaya nagkaroon po tayo ng team building. Now, once you become an entrepreneur, you will be in strong position to learn the system. Once po papasok po kayo dito, kailangan po aralin po ninyo to and be able to start running the system the day that you are going to join. Dito kasi it's not just about you, it's not just about the business, it's not just about the developers that we are attending to. It's also about how are we going to execute the system day in, day out. Kasi kailangan mo talagang masiguro na itong sistema na to ay tatakbo. Kasi kung hindi po tatakbo ang mga sistema na meron po tayo, eventually it just simply becomes useless. Okay? Kape ho. So good. Okay? So it is important that it will be executed on a day-to-day basis. Ang system is a set of instruction and guidelines para po sa isang builder to follow, to be able to move towards their goals successfully. So ano po yung pinaka-direction? To reach the goal successfully. Pero, itong sistema na meron po tayo, ito po yung kumbaga, ito po yung operating system. Ito po yung instruction. Ito po yung manual na kailangan mo talagang basahin, kailangan mo talagang sundin, kasi ito po yung magsisilbi pong guide sa mga tao pong tinatawag natin na builder. At sino ba tong mga tao na tinatawag natin na builder? Ikaw po yan. Ikaw na nagkakaroon ng recruit, ikaw na nagre-recruit, ikaw ay isang builder. No, ang tawag sa iyo ay isang builder. So kailangan mo ng instruction, kailangan mo ng manual para magkaroon po kayo ng guide para maabot niyo po ang tinatawag natin na mga goals po ninyo successfully. Number 3, you must be disciplined. Ang sistema na meron po tayo ay useless po yan kung ikaw ay hindi mo naman ito susundin. Marami pong mga magagandang sistema. Pero nauwi lang po siya sa wala because hindi siya workable, but the point ay hindi siya sinusunod. Ang self-discipline po, simple lang po ang definition niya, is doing what you know needs to be done, even if you don't feel like doing it. Alam mo na ito ay kailangan mong gawin, kahit hindi mo feel na gawin yan, gagawin mo yan nevertheless. Yan ang tao na merong self-discipline. Ang self-discipline ho, this is, in the physical discipline, is actually, it refers to working an extra hours. No? In the case of our business, there is a need for you to exert your physical discipline. Kasi meron tayong ginagawa dito physically. Ano po ba itong mga physical discipline na kailangan natin? Pag-a-attend po ng PKS, you have to, it's not every day, but you've got to attend PKS. You've got to attend site tour. Yes, again, hindi naman siya araw-araw, but kailangan mong mag-attend talaga ng site tour. Aside from that, there is also the task that we need to do. Information. You need to provide information for your downline. Paano mo yan gagawin? O syempre, mag-post ka. Mag-post ka sa mga group chat nyo. Mag-post ka sa mga social media channel. Ano po yan? That is a physical discipline na kailangan mo talagang ma-develop. In short, I'm sorry for the word, but bawal po dito ang tamad. Because the moment you want to run this business, this is, sabi ko pa nga this is not just about you, this is not just about the project, this is not about your downlines, but this is about the totality of what we are supposed to be doing. Now, pag disiplinado ka, ginagawa mo yan. Alam mo na kailangan mong mag-update, din mag-update ka. Alam mo na kailangan mong mag-send ng information, din mag-send ka. No? That's what we call physical discipline. In the first 90 days, no, the moment na meron po kayong bagong downline dyan, In the first 90 days, you must be out in the field and attend all meetings to get familiarized with the system. Okay, take note of the word, the first 90 days. So sa unang 3 buwan, dapat ay makapag-attend ka sa mga meetings na meron. Either ito ay isang offline or isang online na mga meetings, kailangan mo talagang mag-attend para ikaw ay makapag-familiarize po sa sistema na meron po tayo. It is difficult for you to totally understand the entire industry or the entire system sa isang meeting lang po na pag-a-attend. Diretsuhin ko na po kayo, hindi po sapat ang isang seminar na mag-attend po kayo. Ulitin ko po, hindi po sapat ang isang seminar na mag-attend po kayo. Kailangan po ninyong ulit-ulitin po to, kailangan nyo pong mag-attend ng mag-attend para ito po ay mas ma-familiarize nyo po ang sistema. 90 days. So, attend po kayo ng mga PKS po dyan, attend po kayo ng mga site tour, at huwag niyo pong kaligtaan na mag-attend sa lahat ng mga meetings at mga seminars na meron po tayo. Wala hong substitute po dito. Okay? Gusto ko pong liwanagin po sa inyo to. Wala pong substitute in these learnings. You really have to attend those meetings in order for you to be able to understand. Okay? Now, you must develop a strong emotional discipline to maintain a positive attitude and move on with your business. Now, dito po sa negosyo natin, maraming beses po tayo masasaktan dito. You will get more no than yes. You will be rejected rather than being accepted. Kadalasan po dito ay minsan, or hindi lang minsan, kadalasan talaga, ma-Indian ka talaga sa mga appointment mo. So masasaktan ka at masasaktan ka. Dapat dito sa negosyo natin, emotionally ready ka. Alam mo kung paano mo disiplinahin yung emotion mo. Alam mo kung paano mo kontrolin ang mga bagay-bagay that will hurt you. And that you will be able to learn how to overcome those pain, those emotions, those fears, those anxiety, those discouragement, so that you will be able to move to the next transaction. Kumbaga, you will be able to move on. Madali hong sabihin na magkaroon ng positive attitude. Pero kadalasan ho na overrule po yan doon po sa tinatawag po natin na emotion. And a lot of us here in the business respond to the challenges na meron po tayo, not based on their thinking, but most often, ang mga tao po na kasama po natin dito respond to the challenges on the basis of their emotion. Bakit ba ganun ang mga tao, Jove, that they respond on the basis of their emotion? Napakasimple ho. The reason why we respond on the basis of emotion because we are an emotional being. Hindi naman po tayo robots. So that's exactly, we respond to it emotionally. So we've got to master it. Now, ito po yung mga tinatawag ko po nga mga downers. Ito po yung mga negative traits na somehow pull us down. Kaya nga tinatawag ko to na downers eh. Yung doubt. The moment ikaw ay magdududa, maraming basihan ang duda eh. Una, nagdududa ka sa project na ibebenta mo. Pwede ring nagduda ka sa kapasidad ng kumpanya na sinalihan mo. Pwede rin magduda ka sa tao na nag-recruit sa'yo. Pwede rin magduda ka sa sarili mo kung kaya mo ba to or hindi. Either of those reasons, wala hong nanalo kung ang tao ay mananatili po sa doubt. Hindi ho masama ang doubt. Ang doubt po, nandyan po yan in order to give us a chance to validate kung ano po yung meron at papasukin po natin. What is important, when you have the doubt, you are able to process the information pertaining to the doubt. Ibig sabihin, kung nagduda ka sa project na binibenta mo, i-validate mo. Tingnan mo, meron bang license to sell yan? Kung nagdududa ka sa kumpanya na sinalihan mo, tingnan mo kung legitimate ba yan. Naka-register ba yan sa SEC? Meron ba yung business permit? Nagbabayad ba yan ng buwis? Kung nagdududa ka sa upline na nag-recruit sa'yo, tingnan mo, may criminal record ba yan? Ilang taon na ba yan sa business na 'to? May kabulastugan bang ginawa? Pero ang pinakamahirap dito is yung nagdududa ka sa sarili mo kung kaya mo ba o hindi. Kasi kung nagdududa ka sa sarili mo kung kaya mo ba o hindi, wala hong ibang tao na makakatulong po sa'yo kung except ikaw. Ikaw lang po ang makakatulong sa sarili mo when you are in doubt to yourself. Criticism. Criticism is a downer because ito po yung mga tao na give their opinion on the basis sa mga sarili lang nilang opinion. And most of the time, ito po ay manggagaling po ito po ay manggagaling po dun sa inner circle po natin, sa pamilya po natin. Kasi when you attended a seminar, let's say for example nag-attend ka ng seminar, nakinig ka diyan face to face. After attending the seminar, you become so excited and when you go home, pag-uwi po ay nag-share ka doon sa mga kasama mo sa bahay. Nag-share ka sa kapatid mo, nag-share ka sa nanay at tatay mo, or nag-share ka sa asawa mo or sa mister mo, then eventually, itong mga tao na 'to na hindi nakapag-attend ng seminar, ito pa yung unang magko-comment sa'yo na medyo hindi maganda na komentaryo with regards to the business. Pero paano nila nalaman na hindi maganda ang negosyo na hindi naman sila nag-attend ng seminars, hindi naman sila nag-attend ng training, hindi naman sila nag-attend ng workshop, but yet sila etong mga tao na nagko-comment na hindi ka-aasenso dito, walang magawa dito. So meaning, these are people that you cannot even control. But you can control how are you supposed to respond to this criticism. Kasi yun po yung pinaka-importante dito eh. It's not about the criticism that is been thrown to you, but it is how are you supposed to respond to the criticism na nakuha mo, narinig mo, or whatever. Okay? Don't dwell on the things that you cannot control, but dwell on the things that you can control. A lot of people spend more time thinking how are they going to respond to the things that they cannot control. When other people gives opinion, I tell you, you are not in control. That's their opinion. But what is in control here is how are you respond to the criticism. Okay? The third one, a third downer. Ito po yung rejection. Mulat sa pulpa po, even when we were young, we don't want to be rejected. In fact, human as we are, we wanted to be part of something. We want affirmation mula po sa ibang tao. We want to be part of anything, no? Gusto natin i-accept tayo ng tao. Gusto natin friends tayo ng lahat. In fact, human as we are, minsan pag meron pong mga gathering sa mga kakilala po natin, may mga party invitation mula po sa mga friends natin and we found it out na may inimbita tapos tayo hindi po naimbita, minsan we feel hurt. Bakit ho? Because we feel that we were rejected. But this is exactly how does it goes. There will always be rejections. Because not all people will agree to whatever idea na meron po tayo. There will always be people na kahit gaano po kaganda ang negosyo na meron po tayo, they will always have something to say. No? Nakita po ninyo yan? Na-observe po ba ninyo yan? Na kahit gaano kaganda yung negosyo na meron po tayo, eh meron talaga silang makita na pangit na kumbaga mamimintas talaga sila. Pero ito lang po yung masasabi ko. Would it be your loss pag hindi mo sila papansinin? Natalo ka ba kung hindi mo sila papansinin? Hindi. Pero kung papatulan mo sila, kung papansinin mo sila, panalo sila. Alam mo bakit? Simple. Ang objective kasi nila ay ma-distract ka. Ang objective kasi nila ay ma-discourage ka. Ang objective kasi nila na matalo ka. So kung magre-respond ka according to the rejection na ginagawa nila sa inyo, well, isa lang masasabi ko, ang talo dito hindi po sila, is ikaw. Kung ikaw ay magre-respond sa kanila. So, learn to ignore. Gano'n lang po, no? Let's sip a cup of coffee. Wow, sarap ng coffee. Okay? So in short, you just have to learn to ignore those rejection. Pang-apat po na downers, negativity. Ang negativity po ay maraming sources po yan. Una, the people that surrounds you. Sila po ang number one sources of negativity. Now, ito po yung mga tao na wala talagang magawa sa buhay kung hindi bumato ng mga walang katuturan na mga negatibo sa buhay. Ito po yung mga tao na losers. Because they are already a loser, they want also other people to lose. Second, ang mga causes ng negativity ay circumstances. Mga circumstances sa buhay na feeling mo puts you down. Mga circumstances sa buhay na feeling mo ay natalo ka. Mga circumstances sa buhay na feeling mo na you're not that good enough. Pangatlong source ng negativity ay sarili mo mula po sa utak po natin. Now, all others are not in your control. Opinion of other people, circumstances na meron ka, that is not your control. But the negativity that comes from your mind is one thing that you are in total and full control. So ano po ba yung ibig kong sabihin? Now, why dwell so much sa mga sources of negativity on things that you are not in control? But rather, I will dwell on the things that I am in control, and that is my mind. Itong utak ko po. Ito po yung bagay na meron po akong total control, 100%. 100%. I am in full control of my mind. And therefore, I am going to work out with it na I will be able to overcome all of these downers. Di ba? Wala kang magawa po dyan, kapatid. Those downers really exist. Okay? Now, number 4, the spirit of the system. Okay? The spirit of the system. When you want to become a champion, you have to believe in yourself when no one else will. So when we talk about the spirit of the system that we're going to build, that's you. You are the spirit that drives the system to run. Ikaw. If you notice it, we are putting so much attention on developing every individual people in DPPI. We want them to become the best version of themselves. We want them to grow and develop whatever things they are capable of. Hindi ho natin tinitingnan kung ano at saan sila galing. Ang tinitingnan po natin kung ano ang pwede nating gawin to bring them wherever they are right now, doon sa destinasyon na gusto natin sila bibit-bitin. That is the reason why in DPPI, we are in building people and changing lives. Everything of what we are doing encompassed sa statement na yan. Building people, changing lives. And every single day na meron po tayong activity na ginagawa, ito po sa intensyon na ma-develop ang bawat isa, and in the process, ma-transform po ang mga buhay-buhay po natin. You are the spirit of the system. The system will run. The system will work if the spirit works on it. at ikaw po yun. Okay? There are two elements, no? In order for this spirit of the system, that's ikaw, that that makes it efficient in running. Etong dalawa na to are essential and non-negotiable. Ibig sabihin, kailangan meron talaga tayo nito. Hindi po ito option. Kailangan meron ka talaga nito. You've got to have the belief and you've got to have the trust. Wala hong alternative dito. You must know deep in your heart that you will become successful, that you're destined to be great. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to take a look at yourself the way God designed you, the way God created you. You were never created with no purpose at all. You were created for a reason. And you've got to believe in that your destination and your design is to be in the promised land, in the land of milk and honey. And that is abundance. Abundance is not about money. Abundance is not about being rich or wealthy, but abundance is living a life to the fullest. That's abundance. The second one is trust. You won't be successful unless you learn to open up and trust the people you work with. I cannot find any other way to do it that you will be able to reach your goal or destination if you don't, number one, if you don't trust the company that you are working with, if you don't trust the people behind the company, if you don't trust the upline na meron ka, if you don't trust the organization na meron ka. And how would that be possible? Na magsasucceed ka kung you don't trust these people within your organization. You don't have a chance to work with anyone if you don't trust. And let us understand, ito po talaga guys, we just have to understand that we cannot be alone in this journey. If you wanted to become successful, you've got to be part of a group, of an organization, or you've got to be with somebody that you can walk through into the journey towards success. It's totally impossible that you will be able to reach your destination if you don't trust anybody. Earlier in the business, I have quite a challenge with this one. Sanay ako na ako yung nagse-seminar, sanay ako na ako yung nagte-training. And there come a time that I felt that um, I really have to I really have to teach people how to do it. And somehow it was a struggle po siya sa akin. Kasi I feel sometimes that I cannot trust anyone to do the seminar for me. But I deal with myself personally that I've got to trust them. I have trained them, I have given them the information, and I've got to trust them. And then, nung na-discover ko yun na kaya palang i-develop yung trust, I begin to see different things. I begin to see their gifts. I begin to see their talents. I begin to see in them that they are capable of doing something. And the whole things have changed. Yung perspective ko, nag-iba na. And that is exactly the reason why I also want and encourage you to just give yourself a chance to trust. Okay? Now, the integrity of our system is actually going to happen if there is a mutual understanding in here. Always remember that in the process of doing or executing our system, always remember this. You invest your time to learn the business, and the trainer invest their time to teach you the business. Now, I want to tell you this. Our trainers are not paid. They are doing it voluntarily. We make them understand that for people wants to get more in life should learn how to give more in life. And that is always the basic principle that we have applied here in the PPI. He who gives more receives more. And it never did fail us. That is a biblical principle that can be applied to any church organization, to any corporation, and even to individual organization, or even into the personal life of every person. And that's the reason why these trainers that we have really have understood that principle. And this is what I would encourage you. When there are invitation na magkakaroon po tayo ng seminars and training, wag na ninyo po silang pahirapan sa invitation. Make yourself available. Respond to it immediately. Why? Sabi pa nga dito, the integrity of our system is the mutual investment of time. Always remember that you need to give time to yourself in order to learn the business as much as the trainer invests their time to teach you the business. So there is a mutual understanding in there. So my invitation, please respond. No? It's not that easy to organize events, okay? You will become successful only if your downlines become successful. Remember that. I call that principle pay it forward. Okay? If you are an upline, don't expect your downline to pay things for you. But rather, they can only pay you when they also going to teach their downline. Gaya ba ng parents? Ang parents ho, after nurturing their children, the time come that they will grow, mature, become adults, and the moment our children have their own family, our children can never pay whatever things we've done for them. They cannot. But the only way for them to pay us is when they are going to do the same to their families or even better. Tama po ba? Yun po yung pay it forward. You cannot pay me, but the only way you can pay me is when you exactly do the things that I have given you, that I have shared to you, that I have taught you to the downlines na meron ka. When they become successful, you are successful. I am successful. Ganun po yan, kasimple. Okay. Number 5, have a goal of greatness. Do you see yourself great? Ano ba yung pangarap mo? Ano ba yung gusto mong ma-achieve the moment you have decided to be part of the PPI? Did you decide that sasali ka dito sa DPPI para lang magkaroon ng uh, time to just simply enjoy? In short, you've got to have that goal, that objective. Dapat alam mo na ito po yung pinakapuntarya mo. Alam mo, if you haven't decided or haven't really come up with the goal na gusto mong ma-achieve, I challenge you, have that goal. Kailangan ho magkaroon po kayo ng goal na yan. Alam mo bakit? The moment you're gonna do this business, there will be challenges that you're gonna be facing. Now, isa-isahin natin yung mga challenges na meron ha. Number 1, as what I have shared kanina, in any sales-related businesses, rejection will always be part of any transaction. So meaning, rejection pa lang, you will have more of this than accepting whatever things na ina-offer nila sa'yo. Second, you will be stood up. In short, pwede kayong ma-Indian dito sa business po natin. Magkakaroon ka ng appointment, magkakaroon ka ng schedule, na magkakaroon kayo ng site tour, whatever is that, may mga time na ma-Indian ka talaga. Now, is this something that you can avoid? No, you cannot avoid that. Lahat po tayo ay dadaan po sa mga stages po na gano'n, na paghihintayin ka ilang oras, 2 oras, 3 oras. And in fact, naalala ko po during that time when we started, in fact, ako mismo personally, the first seminar that I had, I prepare actually in our small space that time, nag-prepare po ako ng 20 chairs because that's the capacity of the place. And at the same time, yun po yung expectation ko. Sa mga in-invite ko po, yun po yung expectation ko na darating 20 people. Unfortunately, the day came, that was Friday, isa lang ho ang dumating. And I've been telling this story over and over again, that in that seminar, isa lang ho ang dumating. And in fact, lahat kayo na narinig na ninyo na ang dumating nun si Judita Pabuaya lang, isa. Is that something that I can control? No. But the respond to that situation, that is something within my control. It's either I will keep on doing it until people will eventually remember that there is a seminar, or I'll just stop and move to the next phase. But what will happen? What will happen if I stop? The goal is very clear. The goal is very certain that this is what I wanted to build, and it just take this first seminar to have another seminar and another seminar in order for people to be able to, gather and be able na mabuild siya. So there will always be obstacles that you are going to face. Those are just few of the obstacle na i-share ko po sa inyo. Kaya nga sabi ko dito you have to have a goal of greatness. Because these obstacles are always there to slow you down, and minsan to put a stop to whatever things na gagawin mo. But if your eyes is nakafix po siya dun sa goal, you will be able to jump over those obstacles, climb over those obstacles, and be able to continue moving forward. Yun po yung pinaka-ultimate goal natin, that you are able to jump over, climb over those obstacles, those trials, those circumstances that slows you down or even put you to stop. So, my call po para sa inyo lahat is write those goals and be reminded by those goals every now and then. You can write it in a piece of paper. You can write it in your tablet if you have your tablets with you. If you have your personal notebooks or diary or whatever, you write there your goals. You need to really be able to define what are the things na you wanted to build, you wanted to have, you wanted to achieve. But again, sabi ko pa kanina, all great things doesn't happen overnight. In fact, it takes 5 years for a minimum business to be able to stabilize what they are doing. Kaya sabi ko, when you join with us here for the very first time, and the moment you have decided na gagawin mo ang negosyo na to, don't ever expect that tomorrow sales will just simply overflow from one sale after the other. Hindi po. There will always be a season of time that you need to develop yourself, train yourself, until you will be able to produce the result na yung gusto mong ma-achieve na resulta. Okay? So, write it down lang, no? Kasi right now, we are in the process of sharing to you the system that we built. But we need you to understand that these are driven by the goals, individual goals na meron po tayo. Okay? Now, if you work with the system, no? If you work the system, eventually the system will work for you. Kasi kung wala po tayong sistema na i-in place po natin, ang mangyayari po kasi dito is lahat ba parang widow? Para bang ito gagawin ko, ito hindi, ito wala hong pattern. The purpose of the system is to be able to have a pattern so that you and I will be able to know exactly where you are in the success journey. Now, when we do work out with our system, it is some sort of a definition on the things that you are going to do. Kumbaga, alam mo kung ano yung magiging kasunod at ano yung susunod. Yun po yung point no? You are able to identify where you are in the process. Okay? But without a clear goal, I'm sorry, but most of the people will not become successful. The system is the vehicle, but you must provide the destination. Okay? Maliwanag po tayo doon, ha? Without a clear goal, most of the people will not become successful. The system, always remember, the system is the vehicle, but you must provide the destination. You know, guys, a lot of times, our goals in life, medyo nabiblurred po yan. Alam mo ano yung causes ng blurring of our visions, of our goals, of our dreams? Ang makakapagpa-blur po niyan ay yung circumstances in life. And when you approach sa mga circumstances sa buhay natin, based on emotion, it will cloud sa paningin po ninyo doon sa goal. And that is the reason why it takes a lot of discipline in order for you and me to be able to see clearly the goal. Di ba? And that is all our challenge. Challenge po natin lahat yan. Okay? When you put your goals down on paper, ito, when you put your goals down on paper, you have a concrete plan. Maliwanag. Kasi sinulat mo eh. Take time to think about what you want in life. Then the system will be at your service. Kasi ang goal natin, itong sistema, ito yung sasakyan mo. Itong DPPI system, ito yung sasakyan mo on your journey towards success. But not unless you really know exactly kung ano yung gusto mo, wala kang ipagmamaneho. Wala kang ida-drive. So I suggest you write it down on a small piece of paper, on a notebook, in a scrapbook, anything. Isulat mo. No? Kasi napaka-importante po niya na ma-remind po tayo every now and then. Now, the importance of the system is that if you want to be big, you need to have a system. Kung gusto mo talagang lumaki yung negosyo mo, ay kailangan mo talagang magkaroon ng sistema. At hindi lang magkaroon ng sistema, kailangan mo talagang sundin. Unfortunately, a large number of people, hindi po nakikita nila ang paglaki ng sarili nila. Kaya po, hindi po sila nagbibigay ng atensyon sa sistema na meron po tayo. Marami po tayo dito sa DPPI na nag-join on the basis of, sa Bisaya, palingaw-lingaw lang. Now, I'm not questioning you kung lingaw-lingaw man lang ang reason kung bakit ka nag-join dito. But it will be a waste of your time if that would be your objective. Lingaw-lingaw lang. Mamasyal lang. Sightseeing, no. Not until the time that you are able to see yourself na pwede kang lumaki dito, pwede kang umasenso dito, pwede kang magkaroon ng stable na pagkakitaan dito, na pwede kang makapag-retire dito, na pwede kang kumita at maabot at makuha yung mga gusto mo, na pwede mong etong negosyo na to ang makapagpatapos ng pag-aaral ng mga anak mo. Na itong negosyo na to ay pwede kang magkabahay dito, pwede kang makabili ng sasakyan, pwede kang makapag-travel, pwede kang makapag-enjoy sa buhay. Hanggat hindi mo nakikita ang sarili mo na pwede kang lumaki o masenso dito, hindi mo talaga bibigyan ng atensyon kung ano man ang meron na ginagawa po tayo dito. And that is exactly the reason why kahit gaano po tayo mag-i-invite ng mga tao na mag-join sa isang seminar, sa isang PKL, sa isang site tour, hindi po sila nagre-respond, nag-a-attend, hindi po sila obligado na nag-join. It is because hindi po nila nakikita ang sarili nila na balang araw ay sila mismo lalaki sa negosyo na to. And it breaks my heart to see that. It is because we have a good opportunity. We have an opportunity that has been proven to transform people's lives. We already have proven our system time and time again. A lot of people, a lot of DPPI members who are able to enjoy the success that they have in here. A lot of DPPI members that slowly, little by little, naabot po nila yung mga pangarap nila. Hindi ho siya naging madali. Hindi po siya overnight na nakuha po nila ang success na gusto po nila. But there was a clear progression from where they were before and where they are right now. Nakikita po nila na unti-unti pong umaangat at gumaganda po yung buhay po nila. And that is exactly what we want everyone to be able to experience here. We want you to experience the goodness of the business na meron po tayo. And that is exactly the reason why we always encourage each and everyone to join with us in every seminars, in every training, in every workshop na meron po tayo. Why? Because we want each and every one of you to be refreshed and to be motivated and to be able to see yourself na kaya mo palang umasenso dito, na kaya mo palang maabot ang mga pangarap mo dito, na kaya mo palang labanan ang kahirapan na meron po tayo, na hindi po kasalanan na naging mahirap po tayo, na kaya po nating umasenso kahit saan man tayo or ano man tayo ngayon. At yan po ang pinaglalaban ni DPPI every single day of our lives. But if you want something to duplicate and multiply, if you want something somebody can follow, not just you, then you need to take notice of the system na meron po tayo. Kasi kung ikaw ay kasama natin sa misyon na makapagbigay ng magandang balita doon sa labas, kung ano ang pwedeng mai-offer ni DPPI sa mga tao, then you've got to have the system because this system will duplicate and multiply whatever things na meron ka. Kung ano po yung na-achieve mo, kung ano po yung na-enjoy mo dito na income, kaya pong i-duplicate yan, kaya pong i-multiply yan sa ibang tao, sa ibang downline na meron ka. And in the process, you will be able to get what you want. Tingnan mo si McDonald's. There are so many McDonald's all over the world. Hindi mo ba na notice na ang French fries ng McDonald's Cebu ay pareho ng French fries ng McDonald's Manila at pareho sa French fries ng McDonald's United Kingdom. Bakit to? Because merong sistema na sinusunod na kahit saang lupalop man ng mundo, itong McDonald's na to, lahat ng meron po dyan will taste the same, will have the same consistent taste ng food. Bakit? Kasi may sistema sa pagluluto po nila. And that is exactly the reason why McDonald's have grown so big because nagkakaroon po siya ng sistema na madali pong i-duplicate. Every time na mabubukas po sila ng panibagong outlet ng McDonald's, alam na po ng operator kung paano niya patatakbuhin ang McDonald's na food chain na yan. Kumbaga parang push button na lang ang gagawin po niya para etong negosyo na to na ginawa niya, sinubscribe niya, tatakbo. And that is exactly what we want to achieve, what we hope to achieve, na eventually, the moment magre-recruit ka, kahit isang tao na nire-recruit mo, alam mo na kung ano yung gagawin mo sa recruit na yan kasi alam mo kung saan mo siya ipapasok. And when it is followed religiously, step 1, 2, 3, 4, until the completion of the system, well, we can ensure that that person who follows the system will be able to get the needed and the kind of result. Di ba? How would you like to have that? Of course, lahat tayo gustong magkaroon ng ganong output. Di ba? Friends, I love our journey here in DPPI. And as much as I love our story here, I want you to have your own story as well. Gusto kong magkaroon kayo ng sarili niyong storya ng buhay niyo. Okay? Iba pa rin yung storya niyo. Okay? Most personality-driven businesses tend to be temporary and small. Remember that. Kung ang negosyo ay nakasalalay lang sa iyo, ibig sabihin, tatakbo ang negosyo kung nandyan ka, hindi ho siya lalaki. Kasi tatakbo lang siya na nandyan ka eh. Always remember that you are always limited with time and space. Ito ba? Itong sarili natin, itong self natin is limited ang time at ang space. You cannot be in two places at the same time. You cannot be working beyond what is intended for you. You cannot even be working 24 hours. Pagod ka niyan. Di ba? You take a nap, you take a sleep, wake up in the morning. So there are times na hindi ka gumagalaw. O so paano ka lalaki? You're only limited with the time that you have. Kaya, we want that your business will not be a personality-driven business. Meaning, yung negosyo na meron ka dito ay hindi siya dependent sa iyo. Ibig sabihin, yung negosyo na meron ka dito ay pwede siyang tatakbo kahit wala ka. Yung negosyo na uumpisahan mo dito ay kaya siyang kumita kahit wala ka dito. Alam mo anong tawag po doon? Leverage. Yun po yung panay sabi natin na, uy, dapat kang mag-leverage. Oy, mag-leverage ka na. Yan po yung ibig sabihin niyan ng leverage. Now, if you are not going to work with the system, I am sorry to say to you, mahihirapan po tayo ma-accomplish yung tinatawag na leverage. By the way, dito po sa mga nakikinig sa atin, sino ba dito ang makapagsasabi sa sarili nila na nakapag-leverage na sila? Kung ikaw ay nakikinig ka sa akin ngayon at masasabi mo sa sarili mo na nakapag-leverage ka na, paki-type dyan, ako nakapag-leverage na. Diyan po sa comment section, type niyo po. Pag nakikita mo sa sarili mo, alam mo, ang leverage hindi naman kailangan malaki na ang kita agad. Pag nakita mo sa sarili mo na nakapag-leverage ka na, ibig sabihin na kapag umpisa ka nang tumanggap ng mga override commissions, yun po yung basehan eh. Once you start receiving an override commission, that is the mark of the beginning of the leveraging income na magkakaroon ka. So ngayon, kung ikaw, nakikinig ka sa akin ngayon dyan, at nakikita mo na sa sarili mo na nag-umpisa ka ng tumanggap ng override commission, sabihin mo sa sarili mo, ako, starting to leverage my income. Ako, nakapag-leverage na. Ayan, sabi ni Miss Maricel, ako, nakapag-leverage na. Kasi yun lang naman ang indicator eh. Yun ang indicator na yung business na meron ka, hindi siya personality-driven. Systems-driven siya. So ngayon, kung ikaw ay nakapag-umpisa na tumanggap ng leverage income or override commission, daw, napakasimple. Make that override commission grow bigger. Ganun lang. Make that override commission grow bigger by getting more people and getting them into the system. Eventually, you get a bigger income. Ganun po yun. Okay? Your main purpose is to build a large team and a big business. And you must build it through the system. Okay? Remember ha? You must build it through the system. Kasi alam mo na ngayon eh, gusto mong mag-build ng napakalaking team dahil gusto mong magkaroon ng malaking negosyo. Pero kung hindi mo yan i-build sa loob ng sistema, ito po yung mangyayari. Mahihirapan ka. Hindi ka makapag-leverage at hindi ka makapag-enjoy ng time freedom. Oh, so it defeats the purpose. Okay? Like a railroad track, gaya ng release ng train. Ang pinaka-painful na part ay yung pag-build ng release. Pero pag tapos na ang release, tuloy-tuloy na po yung takbo ng train. Di ba? Kasi gano'n naman talaga eh. Ang pinakamahirap talaga na part ay yung pag-build talaga. Pero once ito ay tapos na, ay nagawa mo nang ma-build to, tuloy-tuloy na po ang takbo niyan. So, in short, yun po yung pinaka-objective po natin. Yun lang nga, kailangan mo talaga magkaroon ng culture of discipline para sundin ang sistema na meron tayo. Kasi pwede namang magkaroon tayo ng sistema na hindi naman sinusunod ng lahat. In which, marami sa atin ngayon, meron tayong sistema pero hindi naman sinusunod. Why? Siguro hindi sila believe sa sistema na meron tayo. Kasi kung ito ay believe ka sa sistema na meron tayo at ito ay sinusunod mo, malamang nagkakaresulta ka na ngayon. So ang tanong, kung hindi ka nagkakaresulta ngayon, bakit hindi mo gawin ang sistema na meron tayo? You get my point? So if you wanted to get result, napaka-simple ho. You just simply follow the system na meron tayo. And for sure, it will bring you to the kind of destination na gusto po natin. To systematize the multiplication process, ganito lang. Yung first level recruit mo ay na-duplicate mo. Ibig sabihin, yung mga nire-recruit mo ay naituro mo lahat ang dapat nilang malalaman. At yung second level na recruit mo or yung recruit ng first level mo, ang nagtuturo ngayon ay yung first level mo na. At ang nagturo ng third level mo ay yung second level mo. And so on and so forth. Yan po yung duplication. When people begins to teach every single person down the line, that is what we call duplication. And that is the reason why meron po tayong sistema, that is the reason why meron po tayong training, that is the reason why meron po tayong workshop, and you just simply have to plug in your people into the workshop, into the system, para everyone in the organization from first level, second level, third level, fourth level, lahat po yan ay nagtuturo po down the line. Ano pong tawag po doon? That is duplication. So ano po yung mangyayari? Your business will continually grow even if you are not there. Ano pong tawag po doon? Leverage. Building your business without a system is like driving a car na parang walang mapa or walang direksyon. Kaya ang sistema, ito po yung magpapakita po sa iyo exactly ano po yung kailangan mong gawin at paano mo marating ang dapat mong marating. That's the only this is a clear statement, no? Ulitin ko po. Building your business without a system is like driving a car without a map or directions. Hence, the system shows you step by step exactly what you need to do to arrive at your destination. Kasi yun naman talaga ang habol natin eh. Makakarating tayo sa destination na gusto nating marating. From right to left or left to right. Yun po yung pinaka-punot dulo, di ba? Without the system, magkakaroon po ng confusion. Confused po ang mga tao sa baba kung ano po yung gagawin nila. Dahil confused po sila, frustrated po sila. Magkakagulo po sa baba. Magkakaroon po ng conflict bawat isa. Kasi hindi nila alam kung ano ang dapat gawin. Ano ang mangyayari? Eventually, magkakaroon po kayo ng mga downline na hindi po coachable. Aside from hindi coachable, hindi rin teachable. Then, pag meron kang mga downline na ganyan, madali po yung madi-discourage. So, anong mangyayari kung meron kang mga downline na madaling ma-discourage? Well, madaling mag-quit din. Submission to the system is very important. Why? Because itong system, ito po yung product of accumulated experiences and mistakes of successful builders. Itong sistema na meron tayo, ito po yung produkto sa napakaraming experiences na dinaanan po namin lahat. And we don't want you to commit the same mistakes that we had. That is the reason why lahat po ng mga experiences dito, lahat po ng mga mistakes na nadaanan namin in the past ay nilagay namin dito sa sistema na 'to para ito ma-avoid ang mga mistakes, lessens the failure rate, at eventually will produce more successful builders. Yun po yung pinaka-objective po natin dito. And that's the reason why you just have simply to trust us. Just trust the process. No? You run the system today, then eventually the system will run your business. So anong mangyayari? If your system will run the business, well, pag dumating ang panahon na ang sistema ang magpapatakbo ng negosyo mo, well, you are able to leverage your time, your money, and you are able to enjoy the time freedom na gusto mo. Bakit? Kasi nakapag-leverage ka na. Di ba? Isn't that ba ang habol ng bawat isa sa atin? Na one day makapag-leverage? Yes, exactly. Now, ano ba ang product ng sistema natin? Kung susundin po natin ang sistema po natin, ang pinakaprodukto po natin ay ang pag-produce po ng consultant. Okay. Ngayon nakikita niyo na na ang sistema pala natin ay magbibitbit ng tao mula sa pagiging PLS hanggang sa magiging isang consultant siya. Mula po sa pagiging PLS hanggang magiging consultant siya, hanggang hanggang sa mag-produce siya ng marami pang consultant. Napakaganda, no? Kasi ito yung magiging stable source of income natin eventually when you have more consultants. Okay? Tuloy tayo. So, ano ba tong consultant? Ano ba tong DPPI sales consultant? Consultant is the final product of our system. Thus, either you're a consultant or you are a consultant to be. Yung mga stages na meron tayo, PLS, supervisors, manager, ginawa lang po natin yan for the purpose of identification. But to classify the kind of membership na meron po tayo, dalawa lang. It's either you are a consultant or you are a consultant to be. Yun lang po, dalawa. Kasi tinitingnan ko lang siya on this basis eh. Consultant at saka consultant to be. So meaning, pag nag-workout tayo lahat ng punteriya natin ay ang pagiging consultant. Okay? Do I get myself clear? No? I hope, no, sana may nakikinig pa. Kasi kanina na-notice ko there are over 20 people who are listening to me, pero ngayon nasa 7 na lang. But anyway, sana, by the way, if yung 7 na yan, solid yan, it's okay with me. If yung 7 na yan na nakikinig ngayon, mag-share sa mga group chat, that's okay. Okay? Now, consultant. Ano ba tong consultant? I'm gonna give you the role of a consultant so that you will be able to understand your role being a consultant. Kasi marami kasi sa atin na ang tingin nila sa pagiging consultant ay yung 4% lang. No, it's not about the 4%. Guys, I want you to know that this is not about the 4%. This is your role as a consultant. Okay. By the way, bago po ako magpatuloy, I would like to know if anybody ay nandito pa po, no? Kasi I really cannot see if there are still people that are still listening. If you are listening to me, just for me to know, just for me to know lang. Can you type the word consultant? No? Can you type the word consultant for me to know that you are still there listening to me? Kasi yan po yung yan po yung slide na meron consultant. Can you just type the word consultant so that I will know that you are still here with me? Now, while I'll stand up a little while para kukuha po ako ng water. Ayan. Eto mabasa nga natin kung sino 'to. Marami-rami din pala 'no, na nakikinig pa sa atin. Ayan, sina Richelle Perez 'no, si Miss Arlene, si Miss Maricel, si Ma'am Josie Ross, si Ma'am Lizelle 'no, si Miss Sarah, si Miss Lynn Dolugin, si Ma'am Evelyn 'no, ayan. So thank you 'no, thank you na you're still there and hopefully, may natutunan po tayo 'no. Are we learning? Are we learning so far? May natutunan po ba tayo? Hello? May natutunan po ba tayo? Is this helpful? Okay. So ito po yung consultant so that you will have an understanding. You achieve the highest level in the system. Pag ikaw ay nagiging consultant na, you achieve the highest level in the system. You also have the most accountability and responsibility, like every leader and builder in the system. Okay. Now, take note of the word. Pag ikaw ay nagiging isang consultant na, mas lalaki po ang responsibilidad mo at lalaki din po yung accountabilidad mo. Accountabilidad meaning yung mga tao na ikaw ang responsable. Okay. So hindi po ibig sabihin na pag ikaw ay isang consultant na ay wala ka ng ginagawa. Hindi po ibig sabihin na pag ikaw ay isang consultant ka na ay sitting pretty ka na lang. Hindi po ibig sabihin na pag ikaw ay isang consultant na ay wala ka ng gagawin sa sistema. Meron po. Okay. Consultant is the beginning and not the end. Ang pagiging consultant po, although it is our goal, hindi po yan ang katapusan. Yan lang ang indication or indicator na mag-uumpisa pa lang ang journey mo dito sa negosyo natin. This is the moment that you have to increase more personal activity, field trainings, and leading by example. Okay, ulitin ko ha. Pag ikaw ay nagiging isang consultant na, mas dito po dumadami ang mga personal activity mo, mga field trainings na gagawin mo, at dito po ay ipapakita mo na sa mga downline mo na isa kang leader by example. Okay? The potential income sa isang consultant ay malaki. You just have to build a big base by getting more direct recruits. So ito po, panawagan po sa mga consultant. Napakalaki po ang pwede po ninyong kitain dito. But kailangan mo lang magpalapad ng base mo. Ang base po, ito po yung mga direct recruits mo. So kung iilan lang ang mga direct recruits mo, medyo hindi po ganun kapulido ang base structure mo. So kailangan mo talagang palaparin. So my suggestion to all of the consultant, recruit, recruit, recruit. Okay. The more consultants you build, the more secure your future income will be. Based on DPPI marketing structure, meron po tayong tinatawag na royalty income. If you are able to produce more consultants down the line, if you are able to produce more and more and more consultant, you will be able to have a much more stable income coming from a much more stable organization in your downline. Meaning, darating ang panahon na magiging ganito kalaki ang magiging, ito ha, magiging annual income mo. Kasi ang royalty bonus is an annual income. So kung marami ka na-produce na maraming consultant, ang pagbabasihan ng income mo dito ngayon is biannual. So this time, pwedeng kumita po ng 300,000 per year, 400,000 per year, 500,000 per year, or even 1 million per year. And that's big. Okay? But the first thing that you have to do is you must become a consultant first and duplicate the process to build a consultant factory. So ibig sabihin lahat po ng nagiging consultant ngayon, if you wanted to go into the long term of this business, you've got to get more direct recruits. Kaya nga, sabi ko always while nasa PLS stage pa lang kayo, okay, listen here. While you are in the PLS stage pa lang kayo, I suggest you get more and more and more direct recruits. The more direct recruits you have, the bigger and the more stable your base will be. And if that will happen, you have more chances of producing more and more consultants down the line. Thus, you will have a consultant factory. Therefore, you are going to have a much more stable income. To be a consultant, you need to produce more builders. Okay? In order for you to become a consultant, put this in mind that you need to produce more builders. Get as many builders as you can, recruit as many builders as you can, tell all of your downlines to keep on recruiting, tell them to maximize every activity na meron po tayo, tell them every schedule na meron po tayong recruitment seminar, either it is offline or either online. Dito ho tayo nagkakaproblema. Alam mo bakit? Kasi hindi po lahat ng tao ay nagkakampanya every time na meron pong mga recruitment seminar. Nakakalimutan nila na ang pag-recruit po ay part po siya ng daily activity po natin as much as ang pagbebenta po is a daily activity. Ibig sabihin, sa araw-araw, huwag mong kalimutan magbenta ka at huwag mo rin kalimutan na kailangan mo ring mag-recruit. Okay? Kasi dalawang bagay ang dapat na gagawin po natin dito every single day. Recruitment and selling. Selling and recruitment. Either way, we will reach our destination. In the case of selling, we provided the tools that you are going to need here. In the case of recruitment, there are also platforms that we are using in order for you to be able to get those recruits. Okay? Our business in here, in short, is we are in the business of producing consultants. Your total focus is to identify, build, and lead large team of consultants. Put this in mind. Ngayon pa lang, ilagay mo na sa isipan mo na gagawa ikaw ng isang organisasyon na napakaraming consultant na downline na meron ako. Kasi kung marami ang consultant na meron ako, ito po yung stable na royalty income na meron ako one day. Yan, one day pa yan kasi malayo pa yan. Your daily activities is geared towards developing new consultants. Ibig sabihin, kahit nasa PLS stage pa lang ang tao na yan, dyan na level pa lang, dinidevelop mo yan siya na one day magiging consultant. Lahat ng downline na meron ka ay dinidevelop mo na one day magiging consultant yan. Kaya patuloy ka na magkakast ng vision sa lahat ng mga downlines mo na balang araw magiging isang consultant ka. Those who have more consultants will be more successful. Remember that. The more consultant you have, the more successful you become. 4 simple steps to become a consultant. Number 1, keep inviting people. Now, tanungin mo yung sarili mo. Ikaw ba ay nag-i-invite ng pwede mong ma-recruit every single day? Kasi kung hindi mo pa ginawa yan, kailangan mong gawin yan. Kailangan na pagiging part siya ng araw-araw na activity mo ang pagre-recruit. Number 2, be a product of the system. Ang tanong, sinusunod mo ba ang sistema na meron po tayo dito? Kasi kung hindi mo sinusunod ito, malabo po na magkakaroon po kayo ng consultant eventually at malabo din po na makakarating ka sa pagiging consultant. So kailangan mo talagang sundin ang sistema na meron po tayo dito para ikaw mismo ang makapagsasabi na ikaw ay produkto ng sistema na meron po tayo. Kailangan nyo po mag-attend ng mga training and seminar. Hindi po yan negotiable. Kung meron po tayong training, attend ka. Kung meron tayong seminars, attend ka. Kung meron tayong PKS, attend ka. Kung meron po tayong site tour, attend ka. Wala ho akong pakialam kung ilang beses ka na nakapag-attend. Kasi ang kailangan po natin dito, you attend to as many as you can. Hindi po baling pabalik-balik po yan kasi in the first place, wala pong isang tao na kaya po niyang i-remember lahat ng sinasabi sa isang seminar. So dahil makakalimutan po natin ang mga sinasabi every time na magkakaroon po tayo ng seminar, it is but important na ito po ay balik-balikan po nating i-attend. That is exactly the reason why kung bakit marami po marami po sa atin ang hindi naiintindihan ang marketing plan na meron po tayo kasi isa, dalawa o tatlong beses lang po nag-attend. Ang dapat po kasi ay parati po kayong nag-a-attend. Repetition is the key to mastery. Kung hindi mo siya pabalik-balik na pinapakinggan, hindi mo siya ma-master. So kung gusto mo ma-master ang lahat po ng mga ginagawa natin dito sa DPPI, isa lang po ang paraan po dyan. Attend, 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 attend. Yun lang po. Okay? Number 4, lead more builders to become a consultant. Ayan ha. 4 simple steps to become a consultant. Keep inviting people, be a product of the system, attend training and seminar, then lead more builders to become a consultant. Para we will be producing more and more consultant. Okay? Those who control the distribution controls the market. Ito po yung natutunan ko po when I was in the distribution business. Ang nakikita ko po dito sa real estate, distribution din po to eh. When I was in Pepsi Cola, ang distribution channel namin ay ito po yung mga sari-sari store, mga convenience stores, mga restaurants, mga karinderias. These are our distribution channels or malls. But when I came here in the real estate business, I was looking at it kung ano ba yung distribution channel po natin. Now, it was then that I begin to understand. As I build DPPI, dito ko po naintindihan na ang distribution channel pala natin ay tao. Ibig sabihin, the more people you have, the more channel na makapagbenta. The more people, wherever they may be, saan mang lupalop sila ng mundo, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, at sa buong mundo, kung meron kang downline dyan, may distribution channel ka sa lugar na yan. Builders who control large network of consultants controls the future. Remember that. Builders who control large network of consultants controls the future. So when you are able to produce more consultants in your organization, you are the person who controls bigger shares of the market. Hindi ito palakihan o paramihan ng tao. Paramihan po ito ng consultant. Okay? Now, here is the DPPI system. This is the ultimate way. Now, I want you to take a look at this one. This is actually the process that what we are doing. Okay? Siguro ilalagay po natin ito sa isang tarpaulin. Maganda siguro. Okay? Or panay po natin ipoposto sa mga groups natin. Okay, ito po yung DPPI system. So finally, dito na po tayo sa sistema. No? Ang tagal, no? I was trying to build this app so that you will understand why we have come up with this system. And the reason why I am sharing this to you right now is because I want you to execute it the way we wanted. We wanted to execute it. Number 1, pag meron po kayong downline na in-invite, make sure na mag-attend po sila ng business orientation. Either ito'y online or offline. It doesn't matter. Number 2, yung downline na ni-recruit mo, Okay, yung downline na ni-recruit mo, siyempre magre-register yan. Okay, magre-register yan, dumaan sa dashboard, magsa-submit ng requirements, valid ID at saka resume. The next step that you're going to do is you process the DPPI ID. Okay? Process the DPPI ID for full accreditation. Nung nag-fill up lang po siya ng referral link, that is half of the story pa lang po. The fullness of that story is when the downline applies for the ID. Full accreditation na po yan. Number 3, kailangan po mag-attend siya ng sales and marketing workshop. Hindi lang po sales and marketing workshop, kailangan din po siyang mag-attend ng FB ads and online platform workshop. May mga schedules po tayo nito. Available po yan. You just have to ask our trainers or tingnan nyo po sa nakapost sa mga group chats po ninyo. Meron po yan. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4 na po tayo. Number 5, dapat mag-attend po ng PKS ang mga downline na bago mong na-recruit. Dapat sumali din po siya ng site tour. Dapat maintindihan po ng downline na ni-recruit mo na dapat patuloy po siyang magre-recruit ng mga panibagong PLS every time na magkakaroon po tayo ng seminars. So yung bagong recruit mo dumaan sa proseso at dapat naiintindihan niya na kailangan din po niyang kumuha or mag-recruit ng mga bagong tao na sasali sa negosyo while siya din mismo ay dumadaan sa proseso. Number 8 is i-repeat lang niya ang cycle for new downline PLS. So, yung nakapag-recruit, i-repeat lang po niya yung process, no? Magpa-ID, attend ng workshop, attend ng FB ads, attend ng PKS, attend ng site tour, then dapat masabihan na magre-recruit, then balik. Okay. Now, the next process is learn to present the business. Dapat yung direct na recruit mo ay dapat maturuan mo kung paano siya mag-present ng negosyo. Kailangan matuto siyang mag-present ng negosyo sa sarili po niya. Bakit, Chef? Meron naman tayong seminar. Yes, meron tayong seminar. Pero may mga pagkakataon din na sadyang kailangan mong mag-present individually kasi meron ka ng grupo po dyan. Hindi po siya po pwedeng ikaw ay hindi makita ng downline mo na marunong kang mag-present. Kailangan makita ng mga downline mo na ikaw din mismo ay marunong kang mag-present para sila din mismo ma-encourage na aralin kung paano mag-present. Kasi kung hindi nila nakikita na ikaw ay nag-present at hindi mo rin sila ini-encourage na matuto kung paano mag-present, ang lahat ng mga aktibidades, ang lahat ng mga ginagawa mo dito sa negosyo na to, panay ikaw ang gumagawa lamang. So nasaan na ngayon ang tinatawag natin na leverage dyan, kung if that would be the case? So zero. So walang leverage na nangyari. Di ba? Kailangan natin makapag-leverage. Okay. Number 10, dapat doon sa mga meron na pong mga downlines. So ito, panawagan ha. Doon sa mga meron na pong mga downlines, dapat kailangan po kayong mag-conduct ng mga small group meetings from time to time. Hindi naman kailangan araw-araw, hindi naman kailangan every week. In fact, I suggest that you can start with at least once a month na magkakaroon po kayo ng small group meetings. Gaano ba kaimportante ang small group meetings? Importante po siya kasi dito po mangyayari na magiging personalized ang mga coaching sessions po ninyo. Dito mo po maalalayan, maturuan ang bawat isa sa mga downline ninyo po na hindi pa po alam paano gawin ang negosyo. Okay? Number 11, step up as the leader of your team. Kailangan mo talagang mag-step up bilang isang leader. The only way for you to make more money is when you assume the leadership position. Lahat po tayo dito ay binigyan po ng chances na magiging isang leader. Huwag po kayong matakot na tawagin na leader. Kasi privilege po yan na magiging isang leader. Huwag po kayong matakot na baka hindi nyo po alam kung ano yung gagawin. Always remember, nandito po kami para po sa iyo. Wala hong masama pag magtanong. Wala hong masama kung aralin natin ito hanggang ito po ay matutunan po natin. And lastly, empower your downline to do the same. Okay? Yung downline na meron po kayo, trust them that they can do it. One day, shock na lang kayo na alam na nila paano gawin. Okay? Always remember, the more you do, the more you understand, the more you are going to love it. What does it mean? Just follow the system. Just trust the process. And I tell you, you will love the process. No? You will love the process. And that ends my presentation for today. My friends, ito lang po yung masasabi ko po sa inyo. Lahat po ng pinag-usapan po natin today will mean nothing, will mean useless, not until you are going to apply it yourself personally. Hindi ko po hangad na magiging perfect agad. Hindi ko rin hangad na makabisado po ninyo agad-agad. I always believe that there will always be a process. At ito lang po yung masasabi ko. Just trust the process. We will get there. Thank you very much and God bless you. Bye!